What's going on, everybody? This is Matt Does Fitness, and my friend just told me he once got his dog to retrieve a stick from 100 miles away. I thought to myself, that's a bit far-fetched. Okay, this is deadlift day from week 2 of my maximum effort and dynamic effort template. As you can see there, heavy singles followed by the dynamic work. Now, as you would have seen hopefully in my video yesterday, I have changed from conventional deadlift to sumo deadlift for the reasons I listed in that video, but basically because my form was ugly in conventional and sumo feels safer and more tight. Obviously I'm new to it, so I didn't know how it was going to go, but this is what happened. Right, this is my first heavy single, 380 pounds, 172.5 kilos. The first thing I found was, to my shock, every rep felt hard. This is a very lightweight for me, but it felt hard. However, I felt safe grinding the reps out, whereas with conventional, I don't feel safe doing it. So that is one bonus. As I missed 484 last week, I decided to go for 473, which would have been an 11-pound PR. This is my second single, 424 pounds, 192.5 kilos. And again, it felt hard, but I kind of always felt like I was going to get up. That is what is good about this sumo thus far, is that I feel like even when the rep's really hard and I can't move it initially from the ground, if I keep pulling at it, it comes up. Whereas with conventional, it felt like if I couldn't move from the ground initially, it was never going to move, and also my back didn't feel safe doing it. Right, this is my third heavy single, 451 pounds, 205 kilos. And yet again, followed the same pattern, felt hard, but it came up. And as soon as I moved it from the ground, it came up really quickly. I was pleased with that one. Now, this is 473 pounds, 215 kilos. This is an 11-pound increase from last week, and would have been a big PR. Well, I say a big PR, a decent PR. Obviously, I didn't know how it was going to go because sumo's new to me, like I said, and because the previous singles had felt really hard. You'll see what happens in a second. Now, one thing of note, even with the sumo, my hips are still shooting up somewhat. So what I think I'm going to do from now on is just start with my hips a little bit higher, because I think I'm basically wasting energy. I'm starting low, my hips going up, and then I'm starting the lift. So I'm going to start with my hips a little bit higher, see how that goes. But here we go, 473. And I got it up. It's pretty ugly, but I got it up. I'm pretty pleased with that. It's a decent PR. And like I said, as I get used to the sumo and I get used to the heavy singles, it should be onwards and upwards. Right, this is my dynamic work. Obviously, it's much lighter. 264 pounds, 120 kilos. Just trying to get the 8 sets of 3, get each individual rep as quick as you can possibly get it up. So here we go. And I felt really good in these, and I'm feeling already like I'm getting quicker. I feel like I'm contracting fibers faster, more efficiently, and I am definitely enjoying this dynamic work. Since stopping track and field like over a year ago, I haven't done any real quick work, so it feels nice to be doing it again, and I think that will set me up nicely for the next few weeks of heavy singles. Right, accessory work. Let's go. I started with some machine rows with a fairly kind of close-ish grip, an overhand grip, which in retrospect wasn't as good as I thought it'd be. I got 3 sets of about 12 of these. As always, felt a decent amount of back engagement, but the overhand grip, particularly with this attachment, isn't as good as the underhand grip, and so I did another 3 sets with an underhand grip. Again 3 sets, again about 10 to 12 rep range as always, but here I felt much more lat activation. Although on this kind of rubbish attachment it was awkward on my wrist because that's not the way my wrists naturally align. But yeah, like I said, I was able to engage my lats much more so. The overhand grip I felt a bit more kind of rear delts in a way. But yeah, it was decent. Again, nice back activation. And it's not ideal. I'm obviously lying on the floor here, anchored to the wall. It's not an ideal setup. But to be honest, it works okay. There's a few different attachments, so you've got a bit of variation. And to be honest, I mean, the gym isn't great, but it could be a lot worse, so it's not too bad. That was my back work. To finish the session, of course, I did some bicep stuff. As you can see here, all I did was, I think I got 4 sets of these. Just incline bench, dumbbell curls, and I just went from like a hammer curl position start to a standard position finish. And like I said, I did 4 sets of about 10 to 12 reps of these with gradually decreasing weight. I think this is the third of my 4 sets. And that was my session. So, it's progress. It's another deadlift PR. It's not as heavy as I want it to be, but it will go up, like I said, as I get used to the sumo and I get used to the heavy singles. So hoping in a few weeks to be hitting some real big numbers. 473 pounds. It was a grinder, but I got it up, so I'm pleased with that. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you're liking the new heavy single work. Like, comment, subscribe as always, and I will see you tomorrow.